Hey guys, it's Barry. Today we're doing a tier list on champions that must farm, must gank, and some champs that want to farm but they're slow, and some champs that are flexible. They're kind of in between, not great at both, or not great at either. You guys know who I am. I'm Perry. I've been challenged for the last 4 years, and I've also been a pro player for the last 3 years. I'm retired now. I coach. I've played notably on DSG, Fear, and Disguised. I've also played on the LCS stage, and I beat Faker and played with Faker during World CQ. Enough about me. Let's jump into the tier list, okay? So, heavy farmer. Come on, guys. First champion that comes to the top of your head. We have a champion like, where is he? Where is he? Lilia. Okay. Where is it? Hecarim. Where's Hecarim? Any Hecarimers? Am I blind? Fiddlesticks. Yes. Fiddlesticks. Karthus. Yes. Where's Hecarim? Where's Nocturne? Nocturne. Yes. All right. So we're gonna try and go must farm first, and then we'll go down, and then I'll kind of recap why these champions must farm. Okay. Why these champions are like, I should be farming all the time. So there's Hecarim. Okay. Let's move Udyr here. Okay, so Talia is also sort of a must-farm champion. I would say we'll get into the kind of the nuance of these champs. Evelyn for sure. Diana for sure. Okay. Kane for sure. So we got a lot of champions that really want to farm here. As you can see, all these champions have really good level 6, really powerful as they scale. Okay. We have a champion like I think that's it for now. If I see any other champions, we'll talk about it. So real quick, let's just break down. Lilia, farm to 6, important. Fiddlesticks, farm to 6, really really important. Karthus, Nocturne, obvious. Not Udyr, 10 CS premium champion. Brand, all obvious stuff. The only questionable ones would be like Talia and Kane because you can gank, you do have opportunity. And the thing is like both of these champions just kind of want to farm. Ideally, you want to farm. And even as Kane, one thing that people don't know about Kane is as the game goes on, you get more forms. You get more orbs. So let's say at a 5-minute mark, you've ganked 3 times. It would actually be the same as if you ganked at the 8 or 9 minute mark and you made one play. So Kane is not a heavy ganker. You don't want to be over ganking. Now there are good gank opportunities, but you don't want to be ganking. Okay. We could throw in Zyra in here. I haven't touched Zyra. I haven't played Zyra, but Zyra is definitely a farming jungler. Okay, and then we'll kind of move on to the um ganking junglers now. Okay. Actually, let me toss Gwen in here. Gwen must farm. Give me once level 6. So these sort of ganking junglers here, and some of these junglers won't even make it because this is just ganking versus farming. So notably, we have Jarvan, Lee Sin, right? We have Elise. Like these are the stock standard. Like, hey, we're ganking, we're fighting. Even a champion like Nidalee, like Kindred, right? These champions are fucking fighting. Poppy, Rek'Sai for sure, Sejuani for sure, Shaco for sure. So Skarner, I'm not gonna use this old icon. We'll use the new Skarner icon. Trundle, I haven't seen any Trundle. We're not gonna put Trundle, okay? Vi, definitely. Volibear, definitely. So you can sort of see how there's a lot more ganking junglers in the game. There's a lot more of these guys. I feel like Bel'Veth. We'll talk about Bel'Veth soon. Pantheon. I think I'm gonna throw Pantheon in here. I think actually Pantheon's debatable. I haven't seen enough of Pantheon, so he's a little debatable. We'll have Maokai in here. And then honestly, let's toss in Graves. Graves wants to gank. Let's toss in a champion like even like Gragas here. Actually. Yeah, let's call it here. So again, Jarvan, Lee Sin, Elise, Nidalee, Kindred. Let's throw Zins out here. Poppy, Rek'Sai, like Sejuani, Shaco, all very self-explanatory. Volibear, Skarner. The only people that are sort of questionable could be like Nidalee, maybe you can farm. Kindred, maybe you could farm. But generally speaking, you're playing to kill people. Okay, you want gold. You want to fight. Okay, chat's bringing up Nunu. Yeah, that's great. Add Nunu in here. Maokai, obviously, you're not over farming. Vi, not over farming. You want to gank. You want to fight. So these champions are like, I want to fight. Okay, and I'm noticing now that we have the next thing wants to farm, but has slow clear. So Amumu, Echo, Gragas, Ivern is sort of like I would say was flexible, but like he can't like over farm, and it's not like he's ganking is lot like all that pressuring. So we'll just like keep Ivern here as like a reference point for inflexible. Wants to farm it as a slow clear. I would actually forgot Master Yi. I think Master Yi is a must farm champion. I think people need to farm a Master Yi, and Yi's clear is not slow at all. when you think about a champion like Gragas, Echo, and Amumu, you don't really farm that fast. Um, and like your second, third rotation, you're not farming all that quick. Okay, so Kha'Zix here is a little bit interesting. Um, I feel like Kha'Zix has a slow clear. From my experience, I'm gonna put Kha'Zix in the wants to farm, but has a slow clear. And then I think the next champion here. Oh, there's some champions we're skipping, obviously. Let me quickly, before we get to these more unique champions that I want to have the main discussion on. Let me throw in some other champions. Rumble, it's not even played right now. We're not even gonna toss Rumble in. Shyvana, so I would say Shyvana, like, she wants to farm, but she's actually just like not good at either. Because she doesn't really clear that fast. She's okay, but like obviously she can't gank. But it's not like Shyvana level 6 is like you're going to run the map. Like, look at all these champions. If you get level 6 on any of them, like, you're 1v9. And even like Talia, like you can make OPS plays. I feel like Shyvana is one of those underwhelming champions, just like Ivern. Let's toss in Rammus here. All right. Let's look at Bel'Veth, Viego, Rengar. Okay, Zac. So all four of these champions right here are champions that can sort of do either. So like maybe I even add a tier here. Here, let's add a tier here, and let's just do like can do either. These champions are good at clearing, but also good at ganking. So overall, I would say like you don't have to gank, you don't have to farm. And maybe this is making things a little more complex, but I would say Bel'Veth, Viego, and Rengar and Zac are just like really like different stylistic champions. And honestly, now that I'm looking at it, we can probably, but this is probably gonna get too confusing because now a lot of the must gank champions can go in this category too. So okay, let's not make this too confusing. I kept it well for a reason. I kept it there for a reason. Okay, if we were to put Viego somewhere, I would say Viego like wants to farm. I would say Rengar wants to farm. I would say Bel'Veth wants to gank, and I would say Zac wants to gank. Like, let's just be honest here. Like, they can do either. Same thing with a champion like Nidalee, Kindred. They kind of want to do either. They kind of like Kayn can be here too. Tilly can be here too. So there's some champions that are more flexible, but ultimately, that's where these champs can go. And now that I'm thinking about it, does Rengar actually have a slow clear? Maybe not. Maybe I'm gonna throw Rengar up here. But I would say Rengar is not like a ganking jungler. Rengar wants to get level 6 and then dominate the map. But hopefully this sort of idea of and then Wukong is like a we're ganking on Wukong type of champion. Even though I don't like when I'm coaching, I don't recommend you guys to play any of these must gank junglers. They're really hard to get really good at, and like the farming junglers are just so much easier to play. Even the junglers that are like have a slow clear, I would say this is a pretty solid list. Let's just double take all the champions in the top, all the champions in the must farm. Makes sense. None of them really want to gank. The must gank side, yes. Any champion here wants to full clear? Like, not really. Right, like if you can full clear on Nunu, you can full clear on Zac, but ideally you're gonna want to gank at some point. Even Bel'Veth, you're gonna want to gank at some point. Okay, and then wants to farm but has a slow clear. Amumu slow, Echo slow, Rengar slow, Kha'Zix, and Viego. I would say Viego's clear is just slow because after you get your level 4, when you come off map, like you're just like compare your clears to the must farm champions. Viego like can do either, essentially. So Viego is one of the most unique champions. I play the Viego a lot, and I love Viego. So let me just give Viego a little shout out here. Like, if you want to power farm on Viego, you can. If you want to power gank on Viego, you can. I would recommend like he wants to clear though, because his ganks are simply not that strong. Landing Viego W is not that easy. Imagine you're playing Lee Sin, Jarvan, Skarner, Elise, even Nidalee. Your gank pressure is so much more threatening than a Viego showing up in your lane. That's why I would say Viego wants to clear. His kit is just not designed to gank all the time. And then Shyvana and Ivern, those champions are just like a throwaway. Like, Ivern doesn't gank anyone, and Iron doesn't really power farm, and Shyvana wants to power farm, but like she's just useless. Like Shyvana's just useless, man, because even though she wants to farm, she's going to be useless. Like that's how I feel about Shyvana. Because all these must farm junglers up here, when they get strong, they're fucking OP. They're really fucking OP. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tier list. I'm gonna be making more of these unique sorts of tier lists. I feel like you guys really enjoyed the last ones. And if you guys did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me know if you guys enjoyed. And otherwise, just updated the Patreon tiers. And if you guys want to look at your tier lists, they will be in the Patreon. And I also offer coaching. Everything's in the description box below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace, peace.